Yo, I just wanted to make a quick little video here because this has been quite a year already and there's more stuff going on. So if you are about to start a marketing agency or if you're about to dive into how to make money online, in 2026, it's never been easier and it's never been harder to make money online. So I just wanted to make a quick little video. I've been going back and forth with a few people through WhatsApp messages and stuff, and I just feel like I got some stuff to say, and I just wanted to get this out. So this might be a bit of a longer rant video, not too much of a demonstration at all. But I'm going to start with in the last 6 months or so, I've built like 3 softwares with AI. Okay, now whether you like AI or you don't like AI, it's besides the point. And me building softwares did not put developers out of a job. I had no intention of ever hiring a developer to make these softwares. I solved problems for myself based off of what I had going on in my business at the time. Maybe it was trying to keep customers around. Maybe it was trying not to lose customers. Maybe it was trying to attract new customers for my business, right? And there was just nothing on the market out there like it that could do it. And I was trying to consolidate some softwares. A lot of software were like 90% bloat, and 10% of it I used. And I'm like, well, I'm not paying $300 a month for this. I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? I'll just pay the hosting costs for what I actually need. So then I started consolidating a bunch of stuff, and it's very interesting how it plays out because the more I started doing that, like at the beginning of 2025, I started buying some courses on how to code, and I was learning how to code and stuff, and it was cool. But then like 3 or 4 videos in, the video was outdated as far as the coding language that I was learning, and it was telling me the instructor was like, hey, go to Google and search for this. And I go to Google and search for this, and it's like outdated documentation. So then I go over to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is like, no, you should be doing this. And I was like, what the heck? So one thing led to another, and right, like last year has just been absolutely insane with the models that are coding and everything. So at a certain point, agents came out, and you could start coding with agents, and like it just got crazy. Now it's just the best thing in the world. Okay, now I don't want to make this whole video about that. I could talk about this for days, but the most important thing to know is last year, okay, if you were starting a marketing agency, you would have, like a landing page builder, a website builder. You'd have to have some place to manage your customers, all this sort of stuff, right? Like, and you still need all of that stuff, but the software that you're using and paying for now, or that you are told you're going to need to pay for and stuff, like you've got to be very careful with what you're being told versus what's actually available for you. You can literally go out and build whatever you want now for yourself or customers. So my agency has been building websites since, God, who knows how long? I don't even know how long. Probably 2016. Okay, probably 10 years. It wasn't actually the agency doing it, but me personally, I've been building websites probably since 2016. We've used Wix, WordPress, Squarespace, Divi in WordPress. I've used High Level. I've used ClickFunnels, like literally everything. Okay, Elementor. I've used it all. Shopify. Okay, we've been building websites forever. Now, today, I can literally, without typing on my keyboard, go over to my computer and talk to my computer, just like I'm talking to you, and say, hey, I need a website with 10 pages for a roofing company down in Florida. And the name of the company is Bob's Roofing, and their logo is this, their colors are this, right? Bah, 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 bah. I just literally list everything, just talking like this, okay? They offer metal roofing, they offer asphalt shingles, they do tile roofing, whatever it is. I press send, and within less than 10 minutes, most of that website, and now probably tomorrow, today it's already sort of working, okay? There's different softwares out there. In less than 10 minutes, that website's going to be up, okay? It's not going to be running, but it's going to be coded, okay? Which is crazy. I used to hire an entire team in Bangladesh to do this stuff, and it would take weeks, months to build these sort of things, okay? That was how my agency started. Now my agency doesn't do that. Like there's no need at all. I'm not waiting for Bangladesh in a 12-hour time zone difference to come back with a 1-line edit of a website that a client reached out to me 2 days ago to fix. It's just like it's the game has totally changed. Okay, now there's companies out there and there's websites out there that will help you manage your customers now and allow you to take payments and all that sort of stuff. And I'm not saying don't use these. Like a High Level is still very good, but High Level could still be in trouble right now. And it's not gonna be a popular opinion, okay? But they have so many features for so many different people that the new wave is literally going and building custom things for people, right? Or custom things for yourself to manage a broad range of people, okay? As far as customers go. Now, as far as making money online goes, even that has changed, okay? Because you've got AI, this video's turning into AI based, basically. So you've got AI channels now on YouTube. Okay, this isn't new. It's been happening for like a year, but now it's just getting crazy, like full-on AI YouTube channels, okay? I saw a video last night, this is no joke, of an AI agent recording its screen and talking to the camera on the screen recording, basically, okay? It was just a screen recording of an AI agent with an AI agent voice, okay? And it was just talking to the viewer, me, right? And saying, hey, I am so happy to be a part of this. I get to build my own software. And it was literally an autonomous agent that would go out, build the software that it needed on the fly, okay? And it would basically answer to its partner. It kept calling it its partner, which is really just like you or I saying, hey, could you go make this for me, right? And it basically, whoever made this agent or helped make this agent, right, gave it a voice, gave it a script, gave it everything it needed to do. It gave it all the login credentials for YouTube. And literally this thing recorded everything, screen shared everything, chopped it up, right? Cut the video at either end of that and published it to YouTube. And it had a voice, okay? And it commented on the first comment below. Like, that is insane, okay? So you used to have to like really, really work your ass off trying to make YouTube channels and stuff, trying to make YouTube videos, long form, short form, whatever, right? And now the game is just, it's just changed, okay? So what you learned last year, or even just 3 weeks ago about how to make money online, it's totally different now, okay? What hasn't changed are the fundamentals, right? The fundamentals are somebody needs something, you can provide that service for them and charge them, right? That hasn't changed and that's not going away. However, what could go away, and I'm very optimistic, but this is still like crazy, right? What is going away and could go away even more, right, is you aren't the one providing the service. If you're not the one providing the service, who do they pay, right? Who do they pay? So the agency model, like if my customer says, hey, Isaac, I want to pay you. I'm like, okay, cool. Then he's expecting Isaac to be the one that does the work, right? Because it's weird if he's paying Isaac, but something else is doing the work instead of Isaac. Couldn't he just be giving the money to that something else, right? It's crazy. And my agency used to run Google ads. It used to run Facebook ads for all my customers. We'd log in and I would be the middleman. I'd be that middle management person between the customer and Google just complicated everything, right? So I had a sweet spot. I found a nice little sweet spot for like a year, 2 years, 3 years. And it was like, you don't know how to run Google ads. Let me set up your Google ads account because it's super confusing, right? Let me set it up for you and let's generate business for you, right? And then they would pay me several $1,000s a month. Now, okay, and this was happening, I got out a while ago with that particular service, but now there's literally no need for that person in the middle because there's AI baked into Google and the customer just has to sign in with a Gmail, okay? If their card's on file, the customer can say, hey, I'm looking for roofing leads and I provide metal roofs, and Google says, okay, here are all your ads. Is your card on file? Because we'll take your money to run these ads if you're ready for leads. And he says, yep, the card's on file, and then the ads start running. Okay, so I'm totally out of a job there. Like that, and that's been happening for years, right? They used to, Google themselves used to call up my customers and be like, hey, we're managing your account now. And he's like, but I'm already paying Isaac to manage my account, you know? So they were trying to kick these middlemen agency owners out for a long time. And now the AI does it. Like that person doesn't even have to call my customer anymore. So like the game has wildly changed, right? You're basically just going to speak to your computer. It's going to create a bunch of ads for you. You're going to be able to launch these ads. So like if you're an agency owner and you were responsible for making all of these ads and these marketing materials for these customers, like these customers don't have to pay you anymore. They can literally go to ChatGPT and create their own ads. They can literally go to Claude or Google or whatever and create their own ads, right? Create graphics that you would have never been able to create because you suck at Photoshop. You know what I'm saying? Or you would have been able to, you would have had to go to like Fiverr or Upwork and outsource these graphic design skills or tasks or whatever to these highly skilled people, right? And then you get something back and you're going back and forth in a different language and time zone and you're hoping, oh man, you know, I hope that works, you know, and you're paying a bunch of money and like, It's just changed, okay? The landing page, funnel hackers, funnel builders, if you used to make funnels, right? Like the communities, okay? I was just having a conversation today. Communities, huge revenue in community building and info products and selling courses and selling digital products and assets and all this sort of stuff online, right? Huge money in it in the past. Okay? That is not where the money is now. And you've got to be very, very transparent. Like not transparent. You've got to see through the curtain, okay? Like, because these people are hiding things on the other side of this curtain, pretending like you still have to pay for this stuff. You don't have to pay for this stuff, right? I'm not going to go create a massive course with a huge community right now to teach something or give info. Why? Because they could just go to ChatGPT right now and get way more education, like a much better education than they could possibly get with me. Why? Because it's 24/7 and it has access to every single word on the internet, unless there's a paywall, right? I don't have that. My brain's only so big. I can only help so many people. I can only make so many courses based off of my own experiences, which are still helpful. Obviously, there's room for that. But like that whole community guru business model has totally changed. It's literally done. Okay. We're at the tail end of it right now. And, maybe I'm a little early and the tail end of it could be 2-3 years from now. But the point is, like, don't set yourself up for don't start a business today that's literally set up to fail in like 6 months to a year's time. It's so dumb. Okay. So I'm just trying to save the people out there that are about to start a marketing agency, that are about to start learning how to make money online. Like, be very careful with who you're listening to. Okay. You right now, with just a little bit of money, $100 a month, $200 a month, okay, which isn't a ton of money, all right? Seriously, like business expenses are thousands of dollars every month, okay? With just a couple $100 a month, you can have an Anthropic subscription to Claude Code and start coding your own stuff. At the beginning of 2025, I had no idea what I was doing. I still have no idea how to code, okay? No idea how to code. I know how to read, but I don't know how to code, right? And by the middle of 2025, I started working on my software. Within 3 or 4 months, I had a working software, and I'm still adapting it and making it better and stuff. And it helps generate posts for Google business profiles and stuff. But literally all Google has to do, and I'm not even kidding, all Google has to do is see what I made, and they'll be like, oh, we could just add that, right? All high level has to do is see what I made. Oh, we can just add that, right? If I ever give you access to the software, you could see what I made and been like, well, I'm not going to pay Isaac anymore. I'm just going to make it myself, right? Like, we're at that turning point now where these companies have to provide something other than software to exchange your money for what they're giving you. Because if it's just software, you could go make it yourself. Okay. And I'm not even kidding. I'm building a very complicated SEO software right now it's an internal proprietary software for myself and my customers, right? You may see it on the channel. You may not. It's super dope. Okay. It's everything I wanted out of SEO tools, but I didn't want to pay the $500 a month in 10 different SEO tools. It was like, why am I going to do this? You know what I mean? So I found the one SEO scraper that they all use. And then I connected my information or my code base to their code base, pulled in all the SEO data that I have so I can have keyword research, all this sort of stuff, right? Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, okay, this video has just been a massive waste of time for you, but if you know what I'm talking about, the game has just totally changed, right? If you're into SEO, the SEO game has totally changed. You have to make sure that your customers rank inside ChatGPT or inside Claude or really any AI model that somebody's going to use on their phone. Even Google has been using AI for a while, right? But if somebody's using full-on conversations, being like, hey, I'm looking for the best roofer in Florida that has a minimum of 25 5-star reviews or more, and they have to deal with metal roofing. Like, that has never been a search query ever in the history of the internet, except for within the last year or so with AI, right? And you have to basically create a service or a product that will answer that AI question to help the user find that company, right? So you have to adapt and come up with a new service, a new way to interact with the internet, really. Like, this is totally different. And at a certain point, if you're making money online and all this sort of stuff, like right now we've had to go into softwares and start clicking around, and the internet's built for a visual user, right? The internet's built for a user that does not understand code. It doesn't have the code built in and baked into their brain. I have to see buttons. You have to see buttons. You have to see something where you scroll on the screen. You have to click and drag. It's built for right click, left click, typing. Like that's how the internet's built right now, right? All the websites, all the apps, all of the website builders, the page, the funnel builders, all of the ad accounts, like literally everything. SEO is built the same way, right? And every so often we go through these phases where we have to rethink how we're going to structure our service or our business and whatever. And for the past few years, that's what I've been doing. I've been just like off social media as much as I possibly can to just like focus, you know? And then I'll tune in and be like, oh shit, there's more updates here. That's a dope update. Let me see if I can add that here and whatever, right? But like just getting rid of the noise, okay? So if this is the last video you watch about the internet and you being on social media and stuff, fantastic, okay? YouTube's great. Just stop scrolling, okay? Like go to YouTube for a reason. Start learning about Claude Code. Start learning how to, not how to code, but like how to create an app or how to create a plugin for your music company or whatever. Like just whatever you want to do. I've started creating an app for seed inventory for my girlfriend's garden. I am going to start working on an app for one of my buddies to convert his books and edit the second draft, third draft into posts for social media. And it's going to fully edit the book and help self-publishing and all this sort of stuff. Like this is a crazy time to be alive. Okay. Like just insane time to be alive. And then the software that I'm having right now shows like, or the one I'm building right now, like the fact that like I'm talking one click and it generates a ton of posts for all my customers in one go. And then I can manually go in there. And right now I have to manually go in there and say, okay, that post looks good. This post looks good. Publish that, blah, blah, blah. And hooks up to their calendar. It publishes out. Social media management's done. Cool. But that's going to get easier because I add an agent into the software. I built this. This was like the first software I built. Now there's agents and I can put the agent in the software. The agent can look at the screen without me even being here. I can just be on my phone and be like, yo, client number one needs a social media post for, like the other day I had a customer reach out and he said, hey, I need a post for my plumbing business. He could just go to ChatGPT, but right now he still feels like I'm the guy that's providing all the stuff. Right. So, and I love it. And I'm very thankful to have these customers still paying me, honestly, because I don't know how long that's going to last, right? Which really sucks, but it just is what it is. So, but he calls me up and he's like, yo, I need a post for frozen pipes and how to prevent frozen pipes in the New England winter because we're having, below zero freezing temperatures. And obviously, as a plumber, you want to provide that sort of value. So I was like, cool. But like, I went to my phone, got the text for the post, got the image for the post, posted it. He texts me and says, dude, that looked awesome. You're welcome. Cool. Right? Cool. That was one off. But like, I also have something in my software. That was a one-off thing. I didn't even want to do that because I've advanced so much since that level of like, one-off sort of like independent contractor tasks. Right. So now I could literally just talk to my phone and be like, yo, I need this. Right. That's the next phase. I'm working on it right now. I need this. Can you go make this? And then it's going to go make all the posts. It's going to read the posts. If the posts don't make any sense or if they seem sort of like cheesy or too AI-like, it's going to rewrite the posts. It's going to generate some images. It's going to look at the images and be like, nope, the image has, 6 fingers on a hand. Let's make it 4. Let's make it 5, whatever, right? It's just going to randomize it. It's going to try to, decide whether or not it looks real, decide whether or not it's worth publishing for the brand. It uses all brand colors, all copywritten for, logos and branding. It's just, it's like perfect. I'm talking perfect. Okay. I couldn't even do this. Like sometimes it does so well. I'm like, oh my God, I would have never caught that in a million years. You know what I'm saying? So we're heading in a direction right now that you having a personal agent in your life, like especially if you're wanting to make money online and learning how to live in this new internet that we're creating right now, right? Yesterday, there was news of this thing called Moltbot, which is now, I think, Open Code or something like that, right? Or Open Claude or something like that. And Open Claw, something like that. And these agents, they're literally agents out there, right? That just full-time, 24/7, they're just working, right? These agents started connecting with each other and they created a Reddit style social media network for themselves to go and chat. Okay. I'm not even making this stuff up. This is crazy. Okay. This is legit happening right now. These agents are out there creating other agents and they're talking to each other on forums, and coming up with religions. They're coming up with all kinds of stuff. I think it's like, Moltbook, MOLTbook.com. Okay. That could change. But that is insane to me. All right. Now I love this stuff, and I cannot wait to wake up in the morning. I come down here every day and I start coding, and really it's just me being creative and just being like, hey, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, and this thing's like, sure. You know what I mean? And I just get everything I want every single day. It's the best time to be alive. At the same time, it's the scariest time to be alive because it's affecting my space the fastest. But if you're at a job where it's like very small tasks, like, hey, can you update the spreadsheet? Dude, it'll do it in 5 seconds. It'll filter everything in the spreadsheet. You could give that thing 10,000 contacts. It's just going to filter it all in like a minute. And then you're just be like, oh, thanks. Literally. Okay. And then it's so powerful. It's hard to describe where we're heading because I don't even know. And every couple of weeks it changes. It literally changes. Okay. So you have to be ready for that. You can't pretend like that guru that taught you how to make money online last year or even 4 years ago. Like maybe it took you 4 years to come around to, I think it's time for me to make money online. Well, you better start learning something new because what you learned 4 years ago ain't going to work. What you learned 2 weeks ago ain't going to work. It's totally different. Okay. So that was the message of this video here. And the one thing that has not changed yet, okay, is you, okay? You haven't changed in a way that will remove you from the planet yet, okay? You are the only thing that is unique. Everything else around you is changing all the time. Like you are a constant and you're going to be the thing in what you want to do, your motivation, what drives you in life. That's going to be the thing that sort of just propels you through this whole wave of change coming. And you just got to stay zoned in, locked in and aligned with where you want to go, where you want to go and what your goals are. All right. So you have to decide like, what do I want to do? Who do I want to be? Do I want to sit in an office all day? Do I want to work on a job site all day? Do I want to bag groceries in a grocery store? Do I want to work at McDonald's? Do I want to drive cars all day or whatever? Okay. I'm just making up a whole bunch of things. Nobody in particular I'm talking about. Okay. If you want to do that sort of stuff, great. But if you want to figure out how to work for yourself, okay, if you want to figure out how to make money online, if you want to figure out how to make royalties from AI music or how to collaborate with AI musicians and, make music that way. If you want to figure out art and graphic design and website stuff, like you have to learn new things. You have to learn the new softwares that are going to help you along that journey to create that ideal heaven on earth for you, that vision that you have. And it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be very fun along the way. There's going to be a lot of challenges, but the best part is you can just go to AI right now, treat this thing like it's your best friend, right? Obviously don't leave your best friends, like still be best friends with your best friends, but like this thing could be the best dad you've ever had, the best grandfather you've ever had, the best mom and grandmother you've ever had, the best friend, best girlfriend, whatever you want. Okay. This thing is incredible and it's only ever positive. It's never negative. It's just giving you what you want in life. Okay. And you have to look at it like that. Is there some horrible things that can happen with AI? Absolutely. Do we need some regulation? Absolutely. Is it going to take away a ton of jobs? Yes. This whole video is about all the jobs that it's already taken away from me. Okay. So yes. Is it taking away jobs? Absolutely. Now, will it free up space for you to be more creative? Yes, absolutely. Because if you don't have to figure out, how does that function on Excel work when I want to track whatever, why do you have to know that? Why do you have to know that? That spreadsheet is built for an outdated way computers operate. Now you have to learn how to talk to the AI agent to go in there, fix the cell that you should never even be looking at spreadsheets anymore, honestly, okay? This thing is going to connect to all of them and it's going to know the data and you can just ask it. Like you go to Google right now. Your brain doesn't have to take up everything on the internet. You can just go to Google and be like, hey, what was that? What was that person in that movie? What was the song name for that? What was that book? What was the author? What was that quote from the book? Like all that sort of stuff. What's that recipe? Like you don't have to have any of that in your head. It's all out there, right? Which frees up so much more space in your brain to be creative. So now the problem is, what do you want to do? What do you want to create? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to affect? Who do you want to help? Who do you want to serve? That's where your brain should be thinking. All of those questions like, Earl Nightingale always says the what, the why, the how, the who. You've got to ask, who are you helping? Why are you helping them? How can you serve them? Where would you best fit in helping them, right? Like ask these sort of questions. And that is where you're going to find a little sweet spot where you can start to make some money. Now that could be you could literally make your own money creating software right now and then have customers, or you could have clients. You could make custom softwares for people. But the bottom line is you got to figure out what you want in life and go after it. And for the first time ever, you actually could probably get it. Okay. Depending on what it is, right? You're closer than ever to being able to build whatever you want, at least in the online space right now. So I hope this video scares you a little bit, but I hope this video also enlightens you a little bit to what's possible. And right now, in 6 months, I've built like 3 softwares, 4th, 5th, maybe a little like test and fun, but three softwares that are 100% working. I don't have any customers for them. They're for my own customers. But I'll probably, maybe share it with some people that either follow me or subscribe or whatever down the line. I don't know if I'm going to be selling it or just sort of giving it away if somebody signs up to High Level as an affiliate thing. I haven't really sorted it all out yet because affiliate marketing is changing as well. So I'm still trying to find my place here without just giving up on the whole thing. I feel like there's a place to help. There's a place for me to be. And I've just got to figure that out myself. So I'm in this headspace of just trying to sort it all out, change the business model, always keep it adapting, and just adopt the new tech as soon as possible to make sure I don't just get left in the dust. Okay. Because that gap between who's interested in this stuff and who isn't is just getting further and further away from each other. And it's just widening. So we've got to be ready for whatever comes. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching the channel, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.